Okay, what's up? What's up? Good morning. SIRUS 7 Studios is the streets, and the streets is SIRUS Studio 7. You dig? And I want to welcome you and greet you in the ancient words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, salam. Now, also salutations from my Moorish brothers. All right. So let's continue. Today I have a great app to review and to tell you about, and it's called Faladdin. Faladdin has two Twitter's accounts, Faladdin app and Faladdin social, and you guys can go on there. And it also has another app that's connected to Faladdin, but they're different, and it's called Banaz. And Banaz uses real people like myself, real tarot readers and clairvoyants and psychics, and you can actually have a chat one-on-one. And most of them, and a lot of them, are astrologists, and they deal in astrology. And astrology is very strong. Astrology, you can tell when one is going to come into some money, come into success, or you can tell if one is going to become president later on in the future. In fact, there was a brother that used to play basketball. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I had a phone call. So there was a brother that used to play for North Carolina, and a man that done astrology said that this man is going to be one of the biggest upsets, and come to find out, he broke his heel. Okay, he broke his heel, and he ended up getting drafted to the Pelicans. All right, and he basically messed up his whole career and things like that. But they knew it was going to happen because of astrology and things of that nature. So let me get back to Faladdin. Faladdin got a lot of options. Faladdin also gives you a copy of your natal chart. What is a natal chart? A natal chart is the way the constellation and the cosmos was all aligned. Everything was aligned. Your zodiac sign, everything was aligned at that moment in time, at your time, right? Your birth date and your time, okay? Like, when you do, when you really get into spirituality, you'll understand how time plays a very big role in the way society is shaped, okay? Because on this date and at this certain time, this will happen. And there's multiple different parallel universes that, okay, if this don't happen on this date and time, it'll happen in this parallel universe at this date and time and get delayed because they decided to take another route, okay? So now, what are the options that Faladdin gives you? And they are known, basically very worldwide known, but they're very known in a central part, which is Turkey, Istanbul. Basically, a model decided to say, okay, I'm going to create AI software that will read fortunes and give you all the good news that you've been waiting for, or all of the bad news that it's been waiting to give you. And the one thing I know about this AI is not just going to sugarcoat things. You may think you're only going to get great news, but it also gives you bad news. Like, okay, you had great news yesterday, but because something happened within that day, the next Torah reading that you got on the next day, every morning, every afternoon, I say do it at least twice a day, all right? But you only get 3 credits, which it gives you 3 readings. And here's all your choices that they give you, right? The choices are, you have biorhythm, love compatibility, daily horoscope, coffee cup reading, clairvoyant, tarot card reading, and another thing called the genie, which is prophecy. Okay, the genie basically is just like any other machine that you will walk up to at a arcade and put 25 cents in, or I think these days it's $1.50 or $1 or $2, and it will spit out something to you and say this will happen, right? That's basically what the genie is, but it goes into more detail. It actually gives you a paragraph to actually read, and it speaks in metaphors and similes and things like that. The coffee cup reading is the number one reading in Turkey Instabowl. You will be able to get a very detailed fortune read to you with that coffee cup reading. In fact, here's how it works. In Turkey, at the coffee shops, usually people like myself, spiritual people like myself, will set up shop outside of the coffee shop, and you'll go in there and drink your coffee and come out and say, okay, because Turkish coffee leave grounds. So you'll go out, you drink your coffee, and then you'll go outside with that coffee cup and ask for a coffee reading. And they will read your coffee grounds and tell you what it is. It's just like throwing bones. You eat the chicken wing bones, you say your chicken wing bones, you bring them to a person that reads bones and throw bones, and they can tell you what your future is based off the way the bones look, your food. Clairvoyant goes off your time, date, energy, and everything. Everything is off energy, and clairvoyant is very, very real, real, and it's a successful feature. That one is more pertaining to your daily goals. Like, okay, tomorrow, coffee cup is more broad range, where clairvoyance is like, this will happen in the next couple of weeks, or this will happen in the next couple of days. Coffee cup, they'll give you that too, but it's more so a generalized, more in detail what your fortune will be. You got the tarot card reading. I don't need to explain that. What else you got? The genie, I already told you about that. The prophecy. Now here's your choices. There's only one choice that's not available for tarot card reading, and that's health. Health is not available for tarot card reading because I guess it's hard to say what type of health problems you had in your past, and then so on. So I guess they lean not to put health on there, but career and finance is one of the choices. You can get them to major or to focus on one topic, and one topic, it could be career and finance, health, love, and a generalized reading. General is like, whatever you got to tell me now. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cue up my coffee cup reading here, and I'm going to read it live over the mic for you. And give me 1 second. All right, what's up, y'all? So I'm trying to make sure everything around and not too many noises. I don't want to make sure people ain't not talking. It's busy over here at the office. Well, one of the offices, remote offices that I'm at now. I always set up offices everywhere. So my coffee cup reading is September 23rd, 2022. So it's for today. The first detail I see in your coffee cup is the existence of some dead trees. To interpret this, I can say that the misfortunes you experienced recently have really caused sorrow and exhaust. These upsetting times will continue for a while longer. Following these bad days, improvement and great news await you. You need to be patient for another 6 to 8 weeks. If you wish, let's dive into the details. I see that you're going through a difficult period. Your confidence in the people around you is very shaken. You continue to be honest while facing some lies, or you have difficulty maintaining sincerity with the one or uttering these lies. Acting contrived and political is really not for you, especially that I see that a person close to you has broken your heart these last days. After a while, after understanding her mistake and wanting to atone for it, this person will be of help regarding a very important matter. Your love line have navigated very low these last years. In about 4 months, I see that you will start sharing your life intensively with someone. It will be a long flirting period with this person. Your family may be reactive to your relationship at first. Be careful. Currently, you should only be watching out for the people around you. All eyes are on you. Things are not really going your way. Sometimes you are easily affected by the evil eye. Even now, it seems that you might be faced with the ungratefulness of a close friend. This person might smile at you but do things behind your back. I see the letter S. Don't think that everybody around you has good intentions like you. This person might be jealous of you. Keep this person far away from you. See you again. Goodbye. So all of this that it's talking about right now is actually true. I'm actually going through a very bad situation. I run my mouth a lot. People are jealous of me. People are calling people. You never know who people knows. They are blocking my blessings and things like that. I'm going through a lot of situations where people are not being honest. So, especially with this new career that I was so grateful to have, and people are checking me, trying to verify of a career that's supposed to be in the dark. And I cannot provide no paperwork for this career. I cannot do anything. The only thing they know is that I'm independently doing what I do. So one thing I know, and one thing you should take into consideration, is anything I do or go work for someone or I learn. Okay, so if I do have a job that I can't tell nobody about, I'm learning everything I can learn from them so I can apply it to my own business. And these are the things that are keeping me up at night. Shout to Obama. Is how do I translate what I'm learning and what I'm grasping and training with this new career and have it transfer over into a new lifestyle and a success dream of, okay, being independent, but also, coming from the training wheels of learning everything I'm learning and taking it all in and grasping it and really soaking it up and really doing everything properly and outstanding work, Outstanding work. They want to cut in right now. All right. So with that being said, I want to say shout out to Faladdin. Also, the enemies, the envious enemies that they're telling me about, is multiple envious enemies. You gotta understand, when you do great things and people see you can provide paperwork with the great things that you do, they expect you to provide paperwork all the time for the great things that you do, while they don't provide paperwork for the great things that they do. So as their life fumbles, my life picks up the fumble and running in for the touchdown. Okay, that's been my time. And I got, 2 minutes left? So that's been my time. And I'm very gracious to be a part of this whole Faladdin situation. And I hope that more and more people will gravitate towards my podcast and to listen more and more every day. And this is brought to you by Faladdin. And Faladdin wanted a full 15 minutes. So let me see if there's another situation on here I can talk about. The bad days, 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, that could be in the future. Because right now, me being spiritual, I don't see that. I see nothing but great things happening within the next month or so. But I feel like once I get past that hump, because I just came from a bad situation and I'm getting into a better situation. And then there's going to be another hump. I'm in college right now. And another thing, so it's a big move coming up, relocation coming up, and so finances and things like that. So that's what I'm saying about six. That's what they're saying about 6 to 8 weeks. So with that being said, you really got to interpret it. You really have to break it down. And don't just write off Faladdin as crazy, because there was a lot of things in that app that I remember getting 2-3 years ago, and it's happening now. So just make sure you save all of your readings so you can go back and analyze them. Okay? And I think they do have a feature on there where you can save your readings because they usually purge them. Thank you. That's my time.